everyone, and man, it's a good day today. Last week, or the week before, whatever, wherever, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had the first take posted a Cry Chick video, which was so exciting because I'm a huge fan of the first take and I'm a huge fan of BanG. So having those two collide was amazing, and I was really excited for it because it meant we got like a BanG debut on the first take, which is such a great channel. And I thought if we were going to get another BanG thing, it wouldn't be for a long time. 2 weeks later, we're getting MyGO on the first take. This is so exciting because I loved that Cry Chick performance so much. As someone who, like, you know, I don't have necessarily that much attachment to Cry Chick because obviously I feel like you're not even supposed to have that much attachment to Cry Chick when you're a fan, because we as fans like MyGO and we like Ave Mujica generally. And so it, you know, the existence of Cry Chick can be conflicting to some people. But even with, you know, even with the idea that like Cry Chick is like, out of MyGO, Ave Mujica and Cry Chick, they would have been the ones I least wanted. That was like one of my favorite first take performances ever. That Haruhikage performance. It was so good. I've watched it maybe a dozen times since it came out. It's amazing. So I'm really excited to jump into this because I love MyGO. I think MyGO are great. And also like I want these to do well on the first take channel, because as I said in the last video, if we get more BanG stuff on here, that would be amazing. I want a Poppin Party Poppin Party the first take performance. Please put Poppin Party on there. I think if like from the original BanG bands, if there's one that's more likely, it's probably going to be Roselia, which I like Roselia, but I'm just a huge Poppin Party fan, so I would love them. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna jump into this this MyGO reaction. I think it's also likely that they're, you know, if they've done MyGO and Cry Chick, it wouldn't surprise me if they did an Ave Mujica performance on the first take as well, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, anyway, let's jump into this performance. I can't wait. If you want, because this video may be edited. Normally I have to edit it down a little bit in these videos because of copyright stuff. So if you want the full-length reaction and just want to watch it with me and sync it up with my footage, you can go to my Patreon account in the description below and I'll provide that on there. But otherwise, let's jump into this. This is MyGO. They're playing Senzaihyoumei. Senzaihyoumei. It took me a little... I figured it out. Let's do it. Let's jump into it. Okay. So excited about this. I don't think I know the song. I think it's probably not one of the ones covered in the show, but who knows? It's possible I'll know the song, but I'll forget. I won't recognize it because I would have forgotten it. My subtitles are on. I love just seeing her face while hearing her voice. We had a guitar pedal cam. There we go. Oh! Holy shit, this is amazing. Oh! Oh, this is such a MyGO song. I love it. Oh god. Ooh. Oh, I love the sound of that guitar. That's incredible. Oh. This is awesome. Oh, I love that note. Oh, it's great. She's got a very good command of her voice. And it's such a unique voice. The fucking guitars are like consistently interesting. The sound of whack-a-mole working around me, I like that. The subtitles can't keep up. Oh my god, she had to do like a full acting performance. Yeah, the speaking breakdowns, like the poetry breakdowns are so good. The lyrics are great. Oh yeah. So great. Guitar solo? Yes. Oh. Oh my god. One take. She's doing this perfectly in one take. To switch between like screaming and singing like that. This is a sad song as well, but I just can't help but smile. I mean, I guess it's optimistic in a way. Oh my gosh. Oh, still holding that note. Nice. Oh my gosh. That's so great. I'm so satisfied. I'm so satisfied. I love that. I mean, that was such a perfect MyGO song to choose. Like, if you choose a Crychick song, Haruhikage obviously is the choice, right? And so that was great. This, like, I was like, what kind of song are they going to choose for MyGO? Because MyGO is honestly like a pretty unique sounding band. They've got like a very strange sound where when the first time I heard a MyGO song, I was like, oh, this is weird. It's kind of like, I don't even know what to describe it as. It reminds me of like kind of garage rock, but then there's like a lot of non-traditional rhythms and flows that they have within their songs, and it was just a very strange sound that I hadn't heard from a band before. So like, what do you choose to represent that for the first take? Do you go for something that's like more mainstream sounding, or do you just go lean fully into MyGO? I think they leaned fully into like what makes MyGO special. This was like one of those songs where it fully leans into like this. They're telling a story. It's a poem at the same time. I mean, the big thing about MyGO, as we saw from the show and stuff, is like they're basically combining poetry and music. So the Tomori like lines that are basically just like a poem, but then she's just like basically goes on little monologues in there, and to do this on the first take, and for her to have to not only sing and not only be the front man of this performance where she's like the main one on camera. The others are shown, quite a bit throughout it, but like she has to be the main one on camera. But so not only that, but then she has to like act as well. There's not many first take performances out there where the singers have to act. You'd like, even when they are voice actors, like if they do have voice actors on the first take doing songs from one thing or another, they don't often have to voice act on this in one take, because sometimes when you're acting, like sometimes you don't know what's gonna come out, because like acting is a little more like, with singing there are like notes that you're gonna hit, right? There's like a melody that you're following, right? But with acting, sometimes you're doing it like you don't, well, at least in my experience in acting, which I do have experience with acting, if you don't know, and if you haven't been on this channel before, but I am trained in acting. With acting, for the most part, when you're learning lines, you don't learn the way to say the line and then stick to that exact way to say the line. You learn the line, and when you're acting, a lot of the time, you're doing that line. Like, you might have come up with ways to say it, and come up with ones that like feel right to you and stuff, and practice with those. But a lot of the time when you're acting, you're also kind of being in the moment and genuine. So you might like switch up the rhythm of the line a little bit. You might switch up the way that you do it. And like in the moment, that doesn't always work amazingly. Like sometimes you'll mess up a line reading and it kind of sounds unnatural or bad, or it doesn't fit with anything, or like fit with what you're doing properly. And so like I feel like on the first take, where you only get one take, putting like lines in there where she has to act as well can be scary, because that's like another skill you're adding and kind of another thing that can go wrong within the performance. But she did it wonderfully. And I mean, I say that, but like I have never seen a performance on the first take which like fully goes wrong, you know? Like these are all professionals and they do like incredible jobs. I've seen some mistakes be made on the first take. My favorite one is when Kana Boone did a collab with the lead singer of Necrai Talkie. And that's like, you know, I love those two bands a lot. And they did a little collab in there, and they kind of screwed up the lyrics a little bit in that, and you see them laugh but just keep moving forward, and then at the end they're like, oh, I screwed up. And it was very funny and cute, and I loved that thing. But you don't often see like major mistakes on the first take, despite the whole gimmick being it's their first take. But it just shows how talented these people are. They're so incredibly talented. I'm so proud of MyGO. I'm so glad they were on the first take, and this was a great performance. Really, really great. So yeah, I can't wait for, hopefully, they probably gonna have Ave Mujica on here if they had these two bands. It stands to reason that they would. I hope they do. And then I hope they have other Bang Dream bands. Please, I know these bands are the ones on the shows that are currently airing, so I know it makes sense to have them on there, but after you've had all three of these bands, please Poppin Party. Please get Poppin Party in there. I would love that. I mean, I would take a Roselia, I would take a Morphonica. You know, a lot of the other bands, who am I missing? Razor Sulin. A lot of the other bands aren't like full bands. You know, they're mostly voice actors. So I wouldn't expect to see like Afterglow, Hello Happy World, Pastel Palettes. Like I wouldn't expect to see them necessarily. But yeah, like I would love to see some other Bang Dream bands, please. Anyway, that is MyGO, the first take. Thanks for watching. If you don't watch my Bang Dream reactions on this channel, go watch my Bang Dream reactions or any other reactions I have on this channel. If you're a fan of One Piece, I have a channel called Jent Watches One Piece. You can go check that out. And if you like my videos and want to support me, then you can do so. You can go to my Patreon account in the description below, or just like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff helps me out a lot. But thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.